It was a Tuesday, a perfectly ordinary Tuesday, until it wasn't. Outside Omnicorp's glass tower, the city buzzed with routine. Inside, everything was tracked, logged, and controlled. Every employee's movement was a data point: badge swipes, elevator rides, computer logins, nothing left to chance. This was the promise of the modern workplace, a fortress of efficiency, built on data, with no blind spots. On this Tuesday, the system performed flawlessly, logging hundreds of arrivals, each a neat transaction. No one suspected anything unusual. At 8:59 a.m., Daniel Peterson, financial analyst, badge 743B, swiped in. The gate clicked open. The system registered his presence. From that moment, Daniel became a ghost. He was a digital presence, logged securely within the Omnicorp network. But the man himself, Daniel Peterson, vanished. The fortress had swallowed him whole, leaving only the faint electronic echo of his arrival. No one saw it happen. No alarms sounded. The system, so proud of its perfection, had just encountered a paradox it could not solve. Daniel's story began with a simple badge swipe and ended with a question mark. In a building designed to ensure no one could get lost, Daniel Peterson simply disappeared. The ghost in the machine had arrived. Who was Daniel Peterson? That was the first question. Investigators, journalists, and colleagues all searched for a clue, a reason, anything to explain the inexplicable. But Daniel was profoundly, almost disappointingly, normal. 34 years old, mid-level analyst, 6 years at Omnicorp, reliable, predictable, reserved, no enemies, no close friends. He lived in a modest apartment, drove a sensible car, hiked on weekends. No drama, no secrets, no debts. His manager called him just Daniel, the guy who always had his reports in on time. His family said he was content. He called his parents every Sunday. A recent breakup was amicable. No signs of distress, no sudden changes. His apartment was tidy, his bills paid, his car parked at home. The utter lack of strangeness was the strangest thing of all. No hidden layers, no double life, no motive. Daniel was a blank slate, an ordinary man living an ordinary life. His disappearance was terrifying because it suggested you didn't need a reason to vanish. 1 minute, you're a person with a routine and a turkey sandwich. The next, you're a question mark, a void where a person used to be. The search for answers only deepened the mystery. Daniel Peterson was gone, and no one could say why. The investigation began with the data, because at Omnicorp everything began with the data. Security pulled Daniel's access logs, badge swiped at 8:59:12 a.m. Entry granted. At 8:59:45, he called the elevator to the 23rd floor. The weight sensor confirmed a single adult male. At 9:01:17, the elevator doors opened on 23. No badge required to exit. At 9:04:31, Daniel's computer was logged in. Username and password correct, first try. His status switched to available. To the digital world, Daniel was at his desk. But after that login, nothing. No emails, no mouse movement, no keyboard activity. His status stayed green for 4 hours, an empty beacon in a sea of inactivity. The digital trail stopped cold. Every employee must swipe out to exit. Daniel's exit swipe never appeared. According to the system, he entered the building and never left. His digital ghost was trapped on the 23rd floor. Security scoured the logs, ran diagnostics. The data was firm. Daniel clocked in but never clocked out. The system, so precise, had no answer. The trail led to his desk and then fell off a cliff. The most glaring anomaly was what wasn't there. Daniel Peterson had vanished into thin air, leaving only a perfect digital trail. The data, for once, had nothing left to say. With the digital logs a dead end, investigators turned to the cameras. Omnicorp was saturated with them. Every entrance, every elevator, every lobby. The footage showed Daniel gray suit, black laptop bag, swiping in, walking through the turnstile. He waited for elevator C, rode up with others, looked at his phone. The elevator camera showed him exit on the 23rd floor, turning right toward his department. This was the last time any camera saw him. For privacy, there were no cameras in the main work areas, only at entry and exit points. The elevator lobby camera caught Daniel leaving the elevator. Then he walked out of frame. He never reappeared in the stairwell camera. In the 10 seconds from elevator to office, Daniel vanished. Investigators checked for tailgating, unauthorized exits, alarm triggers. Nothing. Every person who left was accounted for. Daniel was not among them. The cameras, meant to provide clarity, only deepened the mystery. They confirmed his arrival, but offered no clue to his disappearance. Frustrated, Omnicorp brought in forensic data experts. Their mission: reconstruct Daniel's movements, second by second. They built a 3D model, synced every timestamp, turnstile, elevator, computer login. The login came from Daniel's desk. Someone had to be physically present, but no one on the 23rd floor remembered seeing him. His chair was empty, his bag missing, his desk untouched. How could someone log in at a specific desk without anyone noticing? The physical evidence contradicted the digital. The experts were stumped: digital proof of presence, eyewitness proof of absence. The reconstruction, meant to provide answers, only created a more impossible question. Daniel seemed to exist in two places at once, present in data, absent in reality. The world of data had fractured, revealing a hole in its logic. With no evidence, only theories remained. A massive data glitch? Dismissed. Too many systems would have to fail in perfect sync. Intentional deception? Daniel wasn't a hacker, and even with help, how did he leave unseen? Foul play? No signs of struggle, no evidence, no way to remove him undetected. A secret exit? Terrifying. But it didn't explain the computer login. None of the theories fit all the facts. The more they speculated, the less sense it made. Daniel Peterson had vanished into a void no one could explain. In the months that followed, Daniel's story became a modern legend. His empty cubicle stood as a silent memorial. Omnicorp packed up his belongings. A new analyst took his place. But anxiety lingered. People watched the elevators, eyed the green lights of their colleagues' status. The case was closed, unsolved. No more leads, no more data. Daniel had disappeared into a gap between data points, a void in total surveillance. His story was a chilling reminder. For all our technology, the impossible can still happen. We trust in data, in systems, in surveillance, but someone can still vanish. Daniel Peterson is a ghost in the machine, a paradox that cannot be solved. In a world that records everything, the most terrifying thing is the empty space where the data stops.